Hi, this is Pastor Deborah Curry here with Repairers of the Breach Broadcast Podcast. We praise God that you're taking the time to listen to me, and I pray that the words that I give you or the host words that come before you would enlighten, enhance, anoint everything God can allow for you to have. I pray that you receive.
Greetings and welcome to Repair of the Breach Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Badu. This is your co-host,
Dr. Loyer.
and this is our special guest, Miss Lyons.
Hi.
Tonight we're going to speak with Miss Lyons about getting started in business at a young age and how to get your business started and how to see your future as being, successful in business. How you doing today, Miss Lyons?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. And who is this right here?
This is Maisie, my daughter.
Hi, Maisie. How you doing, Maisie?
Hello,
Hi.
Maisie.
I also don't see her house.
Oh, yes. So, tell me a little bit about your business, Miss Lyons.
I started like 2 years ago. I didn't really know what I wanted to do in life. I keep saying but I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So, I was I'm messing up. Okay, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I wanted to go to school for nursing, but I didn't want to do that. I knew I was good at doing hair. So I'm like, I might as well do what I'm good at. You see what I'm saying? So I started doing hair. I started taking clients out of my house. And then I'm like, why not invest in hair? Because I do hair already. So when the clients come to me, they can get the hair and get the hair installed. So I started doing the installs and the hair. And I mean, right now I'm just working my way up.
Is that something that you're passionate about?
Yes, it is. I started doing hair when I was like 12. My mama made me start doing braids on myself. At first, I was going to the Africans. So she was like, I'm tired of paying that money. You're going to do your own hair. So I started braiding my own hair. And from there, I was getting a little older. So I was like, Mom, I want weave. I don't like braids anymore. So I started wearing weave. And from there, I was doing my own installs. And I was doing my sister hair, my cousin hair. And I just been doing hair ever since because I'm good at it. So
What type of hair are you into right now?
I do quick weaves. I do sewing. I do wigs. Everything with the hair.
Do you take walk-ins? You go by appointments or how?
I take walk-ins on Fridays and I take appointments during the week.
Okay. What are your days? Your days that you really open for business on?
I really get more business on Fridays and Saturdays.
Okay. And like if there's an emergency, if I need to run to you right quick, like I have something I need to get taken care of right quick, is there a way I can reach you for that?
You can reach me on Instagram. My Instagram is 2ublackgirl. And you can call me at 404-538-9784.
Okay. Do you just do females or do you do males hair
I
also?
only do females right now. I haven't really had any male clients.
Okay. Are there a certain type, certain inches, a certain length?
I have all types of textures, lengths of weave. You can look me up on Instagram. It'll tell you everything you need to know.
Okay, that'd be great. And we can find you where on Instagram?
At 2ublackgirl. And my phone number is 404-538-9784.
What about different types of dyes and different types of texture? Are you into that?
I dye the weave. That's about it. I don't dye the real hair. I don't work on the real hair, just the weave. Like I just do braid downs and I do the weave. That's about it.
What about wigs? Are you into wigs?
Yeah, I do the wigs. I do the installs. I pluck the wig. Yeah, I do it all.
And if I wanted to come in and do a dye job, about how long would that take?
A dye, you drop your hair off a day before your appointment, and I do it the whole day. It takes a while to do a dye job, like 4 or 5 hours.
Okay, that's pretty long.
Yeah.
So you're really into this. This is what you really see yourself doing.
Yeah, like I like making my own hours. I like doing my own thing. And even though I don't have to work a 9 to 5, I still have to work hours. Like sometimes it be unexpected hours that I have to work. So I'm thinking like, oh, if I have my own business, I can just cut back on some hours and I can be with my child. No, it's still the same thing. I have to hustle, I have to grind every day. Like it don't stop when you have a business. It don't stop from 9 to 5. No, it's every day, all day. So.
How do you feel about natural hair? Are you
I don't really do natural hair. I just really focus on the weave for right now.
Okay.
But eventually, I do want to gravitate to the natural hair.
Are you looking at later on getting into a brick and mortar, like a office business in a building, or are you gonna remain to do it at your home?
No, I want to get a building. And I don't want to be doing hair for long. I'd rather get the buildings and build my empire with other people and let other people work in my building under my name, To You Black Girl.
Okay. What's the name again?
To You Black Girl.
Okay, that's nice. I like that.
Thank you.
Are you affiliated with any other sisters in the community, or any other sisters that you know that if you had a group of people come in and needed something done right away, that you could have help, that you wouldn't be going solo?
Yes, I have a cousin. Her name is Raven, and she does makeup. And I have a friend also who sells hair too with me.
Hey,
Her name
that's
is Nina.
fantastic. What about the lashes, the eyelashes?
I don't have anyone to do the lashes, just the hair and the makeup for right now.
What are your prices if I want to come in and get certain things done, or bring someone in, or a lady friend of mine to get taken care of? What are your prices?
It all depends on what you're getting. A quick weave is probably like $95. A sewing is $190. It all depends on what you want. So everything has a set price.
Okay, that's great. And you say if I want a dye job, I has to bring it the day before?
The day before, so I can dye jobs, closures, and wigs. You have to bring it a day before your appointment, so I can pre-pluck it and pre-dye it, so it can be ready for your appointment.
What if I'm not sure about the hair? Can you get the hair for me, or is there a cost? Or?
Yes, I have the hair. Like if you want to shop with me with my hair, I provide the hair, and we can go from there.
That's great.
Yeah.
Dr. Lawyer, you have any question you would like to ask?
I would like to ask about wigs, because as I grew up, the wigs were all sitting on these little styrofoam heads in the storefronts.
Right.
And I don't think that's what today wigs mean. So I'm curious, as a brother.
Today's wig, well, now everybody wearing wigs. At first it was like, oh my God, you have on a wig? No, but now that's the new thing. Everyone wears wigs, and it's human wigs. The wigs that you see at the beauty supply store on a styrofoam is synthetic. You cannot flatten it. You can't really do nothing to it.
Okay.
With the wigs that's natural, you can flatten it, you can wash it, you can wear it however many times you want to. Take it out, put it back in. Take it out, put it back in. So that's the difference between it.
Take it off and put it back on?
Yeah, take it off and put it back on.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
About the wigs, what is the lifespan on the wigs? How long do they last?
A wig could last up to 2 years if you take care of it properly.
Interesting.
I never knew that.
Now, I was curious. I think I seen a stylist making a wig. Is that true?
Yeah, you can make your own wigs. Like you just get a cap and sewing, and you sew it on the machine, and you just make your own wig. Yeah,
so you kind of put the hair in there and lock it into the cap?
Lock it in. You know how you sewing some pants or something, you put it on there and you sew the tracks on the cap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sort of like stitching.
Right.
You're stitching on.
So do you do that?
I want to do that eventually, but I don't right now.
Okay, so the wigs that you work with,
they are already made.
They're already made.
They're already made.
But they're not like the ones that my mom grew up wearing.
No, them are synthetic. You can't do nothing with that.
And there wasn't any human hair wigs back then?
I don't think so.
I have no idea, Dr. Lawyer.
I
have no idea. Now.
And wigs today, you wouldn't know it's a wig either, would you?
Yeah, you wouldn't know it's a wig. No.
I got you. Okay.
Not at all.
That's probably why I'm like, I don't see what she say, wigs. I don't see anybody wearing no wigs.
They wear them. You just don't know it.
Okay.
I was surprised the other day someone came into the office and it was
they
like.
They didn't take it off, did they?
No, they didn't take it off.
Okay.
It's just, 2 days later they had to come back to do a react, and they had to sign some paperwork.
I mean,
and it
wasn't
was
on.
totally different.
Yeah.
But she said it was a wig also, so
Oh,
she changed the wigs, you know.
Wow.
And it went from being, I guess, what you like your style that you have now. What style is that?
This is not a wig. This is a closure, and it's tracks. I just tracked it, and I used my closure to cover the tracks. Yeah.
Okay, hers was pretty much like yours, but
Okay.
she came back. She had braids, and it was a different texture and different color.
Yeah, it's all type of wigs. Braid wigs, back
Really?
wave wigs. It's whatever you want. You can make it out of a wig. Dread
I
wigs.
can get dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Rastaman.
Yeah, you can do all that.
Now I seen this evening on the way here a little young lady at the bus stop, but she had looked like yarn. It was red and blue and green, and it was like rope. It was like
You probably talk about crochet. It's called crochet.
Okay.
She probably had crochet in her.
wow. So they got a wide variety now,
Yeah.
unlimited.
Yes.
Now I am curious about one thing about you. Your name. What did you get that name from for your business? Where did that come from?
I'm a darker girl, so I put to you black girl. Like, I don't know. I like, okay, to you black girl. That's my new name. So I just thought about it. Like, I don't know. It's nothing special.
So you just got into it,
Yeah. I'm like,
got your name together,
Yeah.
got your prices together,
Yeah.
and you're doing good.
Yeah.
That's great. You know, it's just fantastic to see a lot of young African American sisters in the community doing great and into a lot of things and believing themselves.
Yes.
You
That's
know.
where it starts. You gotta believe in yourself, because if you don't, nobody else will.
So you sound like you're a very faithful young lady that you believe in faith.
Yes, I do.
That's great. That is fantastic. To you, black girl, that's has a kick to it. You know, it really do. The other thing is, where do you see yourself going from here?
I see myself big. Like, I want to have edge control in the stores. I want to have the glue for the lace. I want my name everywhere. Like,
You want your own products?
yes, I want
Okay.
everything. Like, I already got my mind made up. I just want to go big.
Oh, wow.
That's what you.
So I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Dr.
I wanted to ask her, is one of her ancestors like Madam C.J. Walker? Have you read her? She's a sister who started a hair care products back in the early 19th century?
The turn of the
19
19th century, yeah.
Yeah, she was very wealthy back then. I mean, and she had her own products called Madam C.J. Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, have you heard of her?
Yeah, I heard of her.
So that's one of your sheroes?
I don't really have a hero. Like, I don't have nobody that I just
Look up to. Uh-huh.
Like, my motivation is my child. Like, all I know is hair. You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
In my head, this is my way out. So I'm going big. Either go on or go all the way.
Okay. You see hair as your liberating source for your financial security and happiness.
Right.
Okay.
And it's long term.
It's a long time.
That means you are very passionate about it.
Do you have partners?
Not right now. I need some.
You need partners? What kind of partner you would need?
Someone to invest in me and my ideas.
Okay. You would need a financial partner, not
Right.
necessarily a partner to work with you in the hair. Or
Either
both,
or.
or both would be good.
Either or. Yeah, it don't matter both.
Okay. Great.
How do you see, as far as partnership, as far as a percentage in investment, what would they be investing in?
They'll be investing in me and my ideas and stuff that I want to bring to the light.
So 100% of your ideas, they would be investing in your ideas and how you see yourself
Right.
and how you see black girl to you. Is that
Right.
it? Okay, so you already have like a spreadsheet or so on your vision of to you black girl,
Yes.
what it entails and what it envisions.
Right.
And you could take that to a trade show and present that
Right.
along with your products that you want. What you want, you say glue.
I want the glue damage control, and I want the growth oil where you put in your head before you put the wig on.
Wow. Got a down pack, huh? Ready to
Yeah.
roll.
And then you need, you know, they have baby hairs, so you have to lay the baby hairs down. I'm gonna get my logo made on the baby hairs, so when they wrap it around, my logo will be right there.
What are the age limits? Or what do you start at? Which age?
Nowadays they start early wearing weaves, so you can say about 15. That's the youngest.
Age 15?
Yeah, because they start wearing weave around that age.
Okay. Are they also wearing wigs too, or just
Yeah.
wigs also?
Wigs is the new thing.
Yeah, cosmetics and hair. That's the
Yep.
money maker.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm excited about you, and I'm excited about you being excited about yourself and having a passion for something that you believe in. You know, because a lot of people have ideas. A lot of young ladies and young men have ideas, but they don't believe in themselves.
Right.
They don't understand that they can be blessed at any time, at any day.
Right.
But you got to understand who you are, what you want, what it entails, and you got to know you got to get up running. You know, every day you got to get up running for yourself. And you, like you said, your child is your motivation. So, you know, you already have goals and you already have your motivation, and that is great.
Right.
That is fantastic. So, as far as logos, advertisement, how do you see that? T-shirts, posters, business cards.
Right now I have business cards, and I'm using, well, the new thing is Instagram. Instagram,
Social media.
you can blow up overnight and be somebody on Instagram. That's just the new way everybody lives. So Instagram is my main source of marketing and advertisement.
Well, we want to be a part of that. That's why you're here today. We want to be a part of your success. We want to be a part of you believing in yourself and knowing who you are, and knowing that the only someone can stop you is you.
Right.
You know, as long as you believe in you, the world will believe in you. Like they say, if you build it, they shall come. And I appreciate you giving us the time that you've given us this evening, because there's a lot of young people out there, a lot of young ladies out there that want to do the same thing that you are doing. They don't know where to start.
Right.
And like you said, you're looking for investors. You're looking for somebody to invest in you. You know, we started out like that. Dr. Lawyer and I, we started out, purchasing, homes, homes, and then repairing them, fixing them up, and trying to turn them around, for a profit. We got into, just going out looking and just beating the road, beating the pavement, and going downtown and looking at, who paid taxes, who didn't pay taxes. We was eager to get into that because we want to do more than just build, more than just repair and special projects, and we needed someone to believe in us, and we wanted to just get into that area where we could flip houses and then turn them into Airbnb and then just go from there. But, we believe in helping the community, and we believe in helping the babies, because if you kill the possibilities, you kill the babies. And we understand that all babies have possibilities.
You're right about that.
And in order for your dream to come true, you have to wake up, no matter who you are. In order for your dream to come true, you have to wake up. And we appreciate you being one of the sisters in the community that believe in yourself and not going to let anything stop you. And you're going to be a mother, and you're going to be there for your child. That's your motivation.
Yes.
That is great. Anything you like to say, Dr. Loyer?
I enjoyed listening to her, and I was reading about Madam C.J. Walker, and there were some interesting things about her history, and she just experienced quite a bit of stuff. So it's a lot you can learn from a person's life. She's saying she's blowing up, and then there'll be a great story behind that she could share with other young women.
Right.
A little mama, though.
So, one question was, out of curiosity, brothers wearing the glue on and you know, like us brothers who are bald, we get the new hair up there, and it looks real, you know. And I was looking at a couple of YouTube videos and stuff, and I was almost ready to go get mine,
Right.
you know. So tell us a little bit about that.
I don't really know a lot about the men with the wig, whatever you want to call it, wigs or.
Toupee or whatever.
But it's the same thing sisters use or something?
No, it's not. You got to go to a doctor and he got to stick.
No. I was talking about where you put the glue on and you glue this thing down.
For me?
Yeah, it's like,
I ain't
and
never-
there's no glue on product?
For me,
Women?
Just women.
Now I've seen the
I mean,
spray on
man.
product.
No, there's something you glue it, you know, to the head.
I ain't never.
And then you fill it in. You know,
Now I've seen them.
and you can fade cut it and it looks, hey. Look like you back
Well,
in
you
the-
teaching me something
look
new.
like you
'cause
back with
I didn't know.
Bobby Brown and back in the
America,
day, man.
America in 2021.
You know what I'm saying? Sure, I'm getting my boys and men haircut.
Man, it's
So you couldn't help us with that?
No, I don't know.
All
anything
right,
about
all
it.
right.
I'm sorry.
Disappointed.
now. I've like the ladies in the office.
Mm-hmm.
Now they into that. They into a lot of things. They I have different ladies that are into the natural,
Mm-hmm.
and then into the weave, and then into just being free with the dreads and locks and everything and different designs. My next question is, I see ladies all the time, but then I see ladies where the hair's just dragging the ground. What is there a limit on it, or is just no limit on the length?
I think the limit is like 40 inches.
40
It might
ooh.
be something longer than that, but I think it's like 40.
40 inches.
40
That's a lot of hair.
Yeah.
My next question is, okay, during the summertime, would that be a problem with a lot of sweat and heat and a lot of weight?
It's what you prefer. Like, if you like hair, I don't like long hair in the summertime. I like bobs. The bobs are cut short, so I don't have too much hair on me. So it's what you prefer.
Yeah, because I'm thinking during the summertime, if you have 40 inches or 30 inches of hair and you get into the pool, you're going to have 30 inches or 40 inches of a problem.
Right.
The same way at home when you enter into the shower, 30 inches, that's a lot of hair. That's a lot of weight to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's
No,
not.
you're right.
But I think the longer it is, the more weight it
People
is.
feel
and
like the
then-
longer the better. So give them what they want.
I guess so. Can't make other people problem my problem.
Right.
But I appreciate you coming here, and she's just gone. I
Yeah.
mean, she's just in la la land.
She just got out of school, so she's
Yeah.
tired.
And right now we're gonna let you go so you can see about little mama. And
Okay.
I appreciate you being here.
Thank you guys for having me.
And again, just for our viewers out there,
My Instagram is To You Black Girl, and my phone number is 404-538-9784. If you would like to schedule a appointment or come in for a walk-in, you can give me a call or a DM or Instagram. Thank you.
fantastic. Now, when you blow up like this big, huge balloon, don't get the big head.
I'll try not to.
All right. Let us know. Just stay in touch with us and let us know what your journey is like. And, we appreciate you being one of those sisters that want to be a real go-getter
Right.
and want to believe in yourself.
Right.
Just keep the faith,
I will.
because blessings are coming every day from everywhere, from everybody.
Okay. Thank you guys.
And welcome, man. I've been waiting for this moment. My oldest son, Derek, he has it, and he's at home. He caught it from his job, from his workplace, and this is his first week, so he's going through it, man. So I understand. Yeah, he's really going through it. And, my sisters and brothers are there with him. They're behind him 100%. We just praying for him to get better. And Derek, keep your head up. We praying for you.
But how are you gentlemen doing today? That was
Fantastic.
a lovely ordeal we had there. Somebody coming up and trying to promote their business and looking to have a vision and do something positive in the community to inspire those around them, so we could have more entrepreneurs coming out of the Black community. People seeing that there needs to be A through Z when you have a business plan, rather than it being, okay, I have an idea. No, let's have an idea. Let's have a plan. Let's definitely pursue different avenues with different people. Let's promote ourselves, etc. So it's really nice to see, just sit back and watch how that went.
Yeah, man, that is fantastic. Fantastic sister.
Right.
Now, tonight I'm gonna turn everything over to you. I know a couple of nights you like I said, you wasn't here, you was out, and you are the man. So I'm stepping down, and the floor and the table is yours.
Okay. Well, it's men's night, so I think that one thing that we could press on, Ms. Curry was just letting me know, she was like, hey, whatever comes to your mind, whatever ordeals that you feel are pressing to speak about. I feel like a good topic for us to speak on, and I would love to hear you guys' opinions, especially being older, more seasoned gentlemen, knowing much more than myself. How do you all feel about, I guess there would be a few ways to put this, like toxic masculinity? And I know that seems like a broad spectrum of things, but I feel as though in our community, what we need to do is make sure, we saw an example of a young sister trying to do something positive, but I feel as though a lot of the times in our community, what we need to do is also be the promoters of that positivity. You know what I mean? We have to uplift ourselves, and I feel like a lot of the times in our community with these different rap musics, these different stigmas, having to, all these jewelry and expensive clothes, fast cars, new shoes, this fast lifestyle. I wanted to know, like, what are you guys' opinions on toxic masculinity and how we have to do better in our community? Because I feel like a lot of the times with this ego that we have, this hubris that we have, it brings down our community. And I feel like we should be doing more to uplift it. What are you guys' opinions on that?
Well, my thing is, I'm out here every day, and I work in different environments, and I work for a company where I work in the apartments environment, along with me working with our business and everything. And I see a lot of things, man, a lot of things that I look at and I'm like, okay, I know there's a lot of changes that's happening, but we're losing ourselves. We're getting lost. I was walking the property today and I saw, since last week, the parking lot wasn't a lot going on. But today, it was so many vehicles in the parking lot and so many paper tags. And I'm like, all of a sudden,
These what they call it, stymies?
Yes.
Stimulus checks.
And not only that, they're in the parking lot. Nobody's going to work. The parking lot is full.
Oh man, and that's something I'm really starting to see. A lot of people aren't taking advantages on these new employment opportunities. They're really living off these unemployments, these PPP loans, these PUA, the pandemic assistance.
Right.
A lot of people aren't actually wanting to work now. They're enjoying and become content with staying at home and receiving this financial assistance. So I definitely understand what you're saying there.
And I don't want to be judgmental because I'm not a judgmental person.
Mm-hmm.
I was raised up in the country.
Absolutely.
When I came to the city, I was excited and I was lost. And now my mind wandered back, to when I was growing up, what I went through, and then what I see now. Because even just looking at just the trash area, just the dumpster area, you could see 2 weeks ago, it was just a lot of trash. Now you see a lot of television boxes, 65 inches, 60-inch boxes. You see a lot of furniture, a lot of beds and mattresses. So where did all that come from? I mean, something happened, and every year you get in a new bed, you get in a new television, And it seemed like, to me, it's just a different type of slavery.
Absolutely.
And everybody chasing a bag, So it's just like putting the crumbs out for the rat, you know.
And that goes so hand in hand with the point that I was trying to make, our hubris. Chasing this bag and having these material items bolster our egos. They bolster the images that we're trying to portray to keep up with the Joneses, or as it would be these days, to have the bag, you know. And what I'm curious now is just like, well, people. Oh, and matter of fact, a good topic that a lot of people don't understand is that the black community is actually a big part of the economy. We spend so much money when it comes to these clothes and when it comes to these shoes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. But
we are great consumers.
absolutely,
We keep the ball rolling,
absolutely.
and they know that. Big government understand that when you throw it out there, it's gonna come right back to you. It's the yo-yo effect. You know, as soon as you throw money out there, our community is gonna bring the money right back to you. You're gonna get it right back, and we're gonna keep the economy moving. You know, we keep that wheel turning.
In you guys' opinion, what do you think is something that we can do to change that way of thinking? Because you two gentlemen, as you were just saying, like, you guys flip houses.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's something that you would expect of somebody, a more seasoned gentleman, to understand that, hey, we need to get out here and we need to do something more than just chasing the bag or being a part of that stigma. What's something that you guys would feel would change that train of thought?
With me, it's being educated about who you are, being educated about where you come from, being educated about your community, because a lot of money that's moving right now, and it's moving. No one is buying houses.
Not at all.
No one is buying a house, but you got to have a place to live. You have to have a head, you know, a place to lay your head. You have to have shelter. But what I see is they going out renting this, renting that. When you have enough money to put a down payment down on a house, to invest in yourself, invest in the community, and invest in your family. You know, I wouldn't want to spend 30 years living in an apartment, which is nothing wrong with that. But who am I feeding?
Right.
Who am I making rich? You know, who pockets am I making fat?
Management company.
Right.
Right.
You know, my thing is that you could grab a magazine, grab a newspaper about houses in the community, about tax houses, you know, and about tax credit, and about how to accrue a home, you know, something that's yours that you get money back on every year,
Right.
you know, that you invest in, and you can take that and purchase another home. You can take that and purchase another home, you know, for your family.
And is it still true that in Georgia, I heard that there, you know, this is a few years ago, speaking with a real estate agent who was a buddy of mine. We haven't spoken recently, but he was saying that in Georgia, say for instance, that if you're leasing a home, you can actually rent out that same home for more than the lease, and that's completely fine. Is that still true? Would you guys know anything about that?
I'll let Dr. Lawyer speak on that.
I'm not an expert
Okay.
at chipping people, so there's a fair market pretty much for everything. So, you know, there are some of us who take advantage of unfortunate people. That would be with anything. So, yes, there are still scams, and there are, they said, I heard most people are good people, but that didn't say all people.
So the greed is still there.
Well, the country was built on greed. For instance, if you say what's toxic, right? So toxic would be something very unpleasant. You know, toxic would be something very harmful or unpleasant in a pervasive or insidious way. And then you say toxic male, you would say then I'm harmful to the community and myself with my male behavior, toxic male behavior. Then you would say, well, what's the root cause of my toxic behavior? But we didn't get to that.
Let's speak on
we
that.
we talk about the symptoms, but we didn't get to
The
who,
root.
the who, the what.
Brilliant.
You know, you got a who, what, when, where, how, why. You know, to break stuff down for the children. You know, you just can't jump in where you were born at. You're a result of something already happened.
Absolutely.
You know, your name, what you wear, how you talk, where you went to school, that's a result of something already happened.
That already
And
exists.
we
when
ain't
you were
walked
born.
in here and created nothing. So we can't come in like we, you know, got some on toxic, because we toxic. That's the first thing. Am I toxic? Yeah, I am. See, that's the first thing I have to get to.
And that's what the babies see. They see that you're toxic.
The baby, let's say it like this. Children know all the dirt on their parents. Every dirty dirt, every piece of dirt, they know their parents' dirt. Unbelievable, ain't it?
And this come from the crib, because when the baby is born and in the crib, before the baby can talk, the baby hear gossip. They hear the
Baby hear stuff
all the
about
gossip.
3 or 4 years before the memory kick in. Yeah.
So at that age, they're already learning the
You've
soul
been
man.
stimulated to respond to the mother's or father's whatever. Even before you can remember how you got started. You've been kind of, you know, stuff poured into you.
You've been pausing.
I wouldn't want to go that deep, but
Well,
you know, some people would say they gave their kids the best, Dr. Badu.
based on
Based on, let's say, on the plantation, there's the house nigger, the field nigger, and the yard nigger. So the house would think they were the best. They got the best. They wore the best. They ate the best. They talked better. You know, they lived longer, you know, because they were well cared for. So you would look down on the person in the field or in the yard was a person who was a brick mason or a welder, a carpenter. That's working in the yard. See?
blacksmith.
You know, the blacksmith. You see what I'm saying? So there's some things going on way before you and I was even born. But see, we want to pursue to work in the corporate America. But that's the what? That's the house.
In
That's
the
the
who?
highest standard. They got this standard. They got a behavior. They got a code of dress. All of that. That's the premium
So
in college education.
the uniform that say, I work on this plantation. I work on this plantation, whether it
Yeah,
be
all that-
UPS,
all that's-
AT&T.
All that's part of the. Well, there we go again. See, that depends on how you look at it.
Right.
Some people would come in here and, you know, say, "How dare you? I got these many degrees. I've done this. I've done that. So how dare you say that I'm not better than you know what I'm saying?" So
What is the degree based on? The first man that got his degree gave it to himself. And said that.
well, I don't want to get off toxic.
right.
So what you're pointing out is something happened before we were born. Toxic.
In the village,
If you're a child, you learn from looking up. Correct?
correct.
Okay.
And your learning stems, first of all,
And we tell children, shut up.
and listen.
Grown folks talking. So we're not listening to kids in their honesty, in their perspective, right?
Right.
So you look and shut up and you absorb. That's it. And you make your conclusions because nobody's talking to you. Nobody's explaining anything to you. So you can easily be misled by someone that you came in and say, that's toxic. Right. And more or less, who will lead you would be the toxic male because what? He's the one held up with, you know, he's got the Bugatti. A fake Bugatti. Meaning, you know, on TV he has it. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
by
I
fake.
understand what you're saying.
He has the minutes of flame and glamour on TV. He has the fashion. He has the girls. Hey,
So
being a good boy ain't gonna get me no girls.
toxicity.
So if I ain't toxic or is not toxic, speaking in the house language, is not, then I want to look toxic so I can be attractive. You know,
part
You know what I'm
of
saying?
part of the crowd pulling.
I ain't a bad guy, but I want a Hummer too. Woom, woom, woom. You know, and go to the car show and, you know, yeah. There's nothing good about being good in this country, man. Oh, I'm sorry, in this culture.
And in this culture,
Oh, except in the beginning, if you good, then you were in the house. As I said, bad boys were punished, really bad. But things change, and it's not that big of a deal no more. But when I went to school, I was shy. I was a good guy, man. So I came up with no girls. That's it. All my friends who were bad skipped school and stuff. All the girls, you know, they loved them.
the bad boy.
The bad boys. I didn't come significant till around 30s when the bad boys had, they had through life and experience. The bad boys had left a bad taste in their mouth.
They had been exposed.
You know, so they was looking for a good guy at this point, somebody who wasn't so much drama. That's me.
Drama free.
Mm-hmm. So I had to wait, get the girl, you know, after she.
Been damaged by the brothers.
Well, I wouldn't want to say damaged because we all damaged. I want to make sure I don't say that. So, but she wasn't interested in me in the 12th grade. Let's say that, or the 8th grade. You know. Hey, man. I mean, we all can verify that, right? Is that still the same culture I grew up in? I mean, I'm 85. What's your year coming out of high school?
I graduated 2013.
Okay.
So I mean, absolutely. I mean,
That's still the same, pretty much.
I see some differences
Okay.
in the equation there because I'm not a bad guy. I like to think that I'm not bad.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to say that I'm not bad because I wouldn't be humble. But
Bad is you get suspended.
never.
You
Got
get
suspended.
you skip school.
Nope. I graduated.
You know where you be with the cigarettes and the weed.
Never smoked weed or smoked a cigarette in my
and
life.
you cut class and take the girls back to the house and have a beer party. Yeah, so you wasn't a bad guy.
No, I was actually pretty weird. I was like really heavy in the JROTC. I played like every sport and was a captain in every sport besides baseball. Sucked at baseball. Sucked at tennis. Was too scared to try out for the basketball team. And golf. Me and golf don't match. But every other sport.
No Tiger Woods, huh?
No, not at all. Not at all. I was pretty good at every other sport. Like I was either like a captain of like track. I wasn't the overall captain. I was like long distance captain. I like to do the mile, 2 mile run, stuff like that. Soccer, I was one of the captains. So I was pretty okay at sports. I mean, I wouldn't say I got girls, but I guess my taste in women has always been a little different too. I wasn't always like, oh yeah, let me go after the most popular girl in school. I was more like, hey, okay, we hang out. We're a group of friends. We all hang out. Okay, Jessica's always with us. Brittany, Sasha, da-da-da-da. Okay, but I like Jessica. And that's kind of how I dated, like more like dealing with friends, people in my inner circle.
Your circle.
Yeah. But I was raised a little bit different too. Like my dad coming up, my dad's 47 now. So he came up, he grew up East Point, Washington Road. And we both know that was never a good area.
We
Still
know
not
about
a good area. So he was really rough on me. So like skipping school, you got tore up. You know what I mean? You brought home a C, you got tore up.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You talk back, I don't even know what that is. I don't even want to imagine what that would have had a
be
response.
missing some body parts.
Right. So I don't know, man. I was just different, and it worked okay for me. I've never really been the type of person that wants to be in the limelight. You know what I mean? And the people I'm around, we're all kind of like on the same ideologies, really preferring to be different. You know, I graduated from North Clayton High School in College Park, Georgia, so bad was easily accessible. You know, you had different gangs and stuff like that. You know, I mean, everybody wanted to live that culture, and the people I hung around were a little different, and it, you know, it worked out pretty okay.
Right.
So, I mean, I think it's more so about where you want to be and where your mind state is. And I think it's a good idea for us to be encouraging people that immediate pleasures, like in high school, these women and this, etc., these immediate pleasures don't always come with a fail-safe, meaning that a lot of time this bad behavior, Clayton County just arrested like 88 people for street racing and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, called them at Sam's.
Dealing with all these women, you know what I mean? You're dealing with more than one woman. You have to deal with all their different energies, all their different personalities. You get mad at one, now you're mad at all of them. You know what I mean? Those immediate pleasures don't always come with those fail-safes and those long-term comforts that we want. And that's something that when speaking amongst one another and speaking to the younger generation, I be in the younger generation, but there's people younger than me as well. You know what I mean? That to let them know, like, hey, all that glistens isn't gold. You know, and all gold isn't real. You know, and I feel like that's something we should change, because it worked out for me and my little small group of friends, you know, and it's probably 3-4 of us, and we're still friends to this day.
Still have your circle.
For the
That's
most part,
great.
yeah.
That's fantastic.
So I just feel like it's something that we should change. What do you think we could change to be less toxic? Because when you hit on a few points there that it was not necessarily the way I was thinking, but I was just like, hold on, no, that's a really good point. It caught me, you know, when you made the correlation between big corporation and from the previous years, like Planned H's, that's a correlation I've never thought of. And I find that actually absolutely fascinating that you mentioned that. So I'm just really curious, like, what more do you think we can do to demote toxicity among us and to promote not only God in the community, but positivity in the community to make the community healthier and make this culture healthier? Because a lot of times these mainstream artists, these you know, Instagram, like she mentioned before, that's what's being promoted, and the world is so much smaller now. You know what I mean? I pressed a post button and 1 million people could see it. Like she said earlier, she said you can blow up overnight.
Quick.
What do you think are some things that we can put into the culture and we can make blow up overnight to change some of these perceptions and perspectives?
It's very simple. So we've met a few nights here before, and I made a statement that if you simply give children the truth, universal truth, they'll know what to do with it. So let's say that I was born in 1962. So my world started in 1962 until now. So the country, the African-American family, been in the country for 401 years now, I think.
Yeah, 2021.
1619, 2021,
Right.
402 years, right? But if I'm 50, 58, I only have 58 years of our history walking around talking about it, right? I come to the table with 58, you come with what's yours, you come with yours. I don't come to the table with 421 years of history. Now, if I had that, if I was born and I got the history, you know, like I get religion, you gave me religion, right? You know, how young were you when you went to church?
Oh, as long as I can remember. I can't even give you age. That's
Okay,
something
so
that
how long you remember getting your history? How about that? 400 years of the beginning.
we don't have it.
You don't have it. Okay, then you toxic. What if you had it?
I guess there could be a
You wouldn't know how to behave.
absolutely.
You'll know why you sitting over there, how you got there,
Mhm.
what happened. And with all that information, you couldn't be toxic.
Mhm.
because you know you'll have.
Well, it goes back to the who, the what,
Yeah.
the when, the where, and the how.
Yeah, without that, you would, you can make a better judgment of your role in the whole lineage, your role, because you'll see yourself in the big picture, not just your little. See, right now, all you see is you were born, you went to school, your friends. You know, I was a good boy. You know, I played ball. You know, you come on up. That's all you got.
In 1 month
So
of
you
history.
judging your life as if you're not a part of all the rest of it, but you know.
Right.
And then you don't know how to behave because you don't have the whole picture.
Okay. Well,
How you got your name, you know what I'm saying? Why you eat what you eat, why you live where you live,
intriguing.
why your dad raised you with the principles and standards he raised you. All of that is based on the history. So if you don't have your history, then you're gonna act. You're gonna throw paper down. And so if you drive through the African American community, why is it so filthy, right? Now, someone else want to move in the community. They had to create a new word to move in the community, gentrification. Do you know what that means?
Absolutely.
What does it mean?
I've worked for a millennial. I've bodyguarded millennial. I know what gentrification is. Absolutely.
No. Do you know the definition?
I could give you a summation. I
Okay,
could
let's hear it.
paraphrase it.
All right, let's hear it.
The way I've seen
The
it.
reason I'm asking you is because culturally we don't know.
Okay.
You got it?
Culturally, yes, that.
See
there's two
what I'm
different
saying?
definitions to it. Absolutely.
Culturally, between us, we don't know what it means. So now, but we react to it. They're coming in and taking over our community. Correct?
Absolutely, yes.
Now, the toxic male you brought up, right? I don't know who's saying we taking over the community, but we weren't cleaning up the community. See that? Before gentrification, it was filthy, nasty, no paint, no repair, rotten. We know how Cascade look. We know how Bankhead look. We know how Simpson Road look.
Everything was
Right?
bolted up. Shut
Toxic,
down.
right? So people come in, bring some beautiful paint. We upset.
We could have done it ourselves.
Oh, they taxing us out. But do we really understand taxes?
Because once they
No.
show up,
Taxes pay for garbage.
Yeah.
Taxes pay for police protection. Taxes pay for the fire
the
truck.
streets.
And the other day they say the ladders don't work.
They're civil
They don't
servants.
even know if the ladder might not work if the building catch on fire. They don't know till they let the ladder up. So they have to send more trucks, hoping one of the trucks' ladders will go all the way up and rescue the people. And if it doesn't go up, you're losing time to try to manually wind it up.
Because
So many
it fails.
stories to save people. So tax money pay for that, right? But most of us are in jail. So then we must
13
be
million.
lawless. 80-some people arrested. Was it our babies? Or was it Asian babies? Was it European American babies? Was it Russian babies? Who was arrested? Was it
Our babies.
Our
was
babies?
arrested. Our babies.
80-some of our children?
80-some of our children.
Okay, well, that's toxic. That's lack of who I am. So there you go. I hope I answered.
Well, the other thing that you touched on about being toxic is when we let our community go down and someone else come in, like you said, they bring taxes, which provide the streets. All the potholes are fixed now. You got speed breakers, you got street lights, you got signs, and the tax is going to go up, and you're not going to be able to pay the taxes on your house now because this house over here, $350,000, this house over here, $350,000. And you in your $40,000 house. So they'll offer you $150,000 for your house. And you see that as it's triple, you know. So you take that and once you get paid, you run right out of your community and leave your community.
But I'm listening now. Now, so see now historically, see, you don't have no community. You came on the slave ship You was put into a slave cabin. You are now never been released from the slave cabin. All homes are owned by the European family. We don't own any homes. You and I ain't building no communities. When have you and I built anything? When have you seen you and I build anything? Come on. You said you played ball. You was a good boy. But did you and your friends build anything? So you don't know nothing about a community. You don't know nothing about the sidewalk, how to fix the street, when to get the garbage.
Infrastructure.
Now you crying about gentrification. They pricing me out. The place was falling down. So I'm happy for gentrification. Beautiful. Went and bought me some paint. Paint my house too.
And you can walk up and down the belt line.
I can take ownership. When I didn't know, I owned a community. I didn't know that at one point. I threw the paper down too. Somebody else gonna come pick it up. Nobody come picks it up. So I had to get me a pickup stick and a bucket. Start going outside picking up paper. That's how you can change the community. Get a bucket and a pickup stick. It'll cost you $25. You might can get the bucket for free, but the little pickup thing costs about $15. You get that and go around, stand on your front door and look. Wherever you see paper off your front door, go get it every day. Then you'll have a different image when the women see you, when the kids see you, when the elders see you. The community will look better. People ride through and say, wow, African Americans are clean. Ooh, I want to live in this community. Everywhere I ever wanted to live, when I was a little boy, it was the clean community. I didn't want to ever live in a dirty community. I always was interested in the clean, like, I remember them today. I can name them on my hand. Esquire Village on Bolton Road. Kings, something over off of Camilton Road. You know, Peyton Road was a clean community. Some parts of Cascade. Yeah, I always wanted to live there. Thought it was always out of my reach because it was for people who were doctors and lawyers and things like that, right? But it just irks me today, man. Why we have to throw paper down when you pass millions of trash cans? I put trash in my pocket. I got 5 pockets. I can put the little paper in there, and when I get home, I can put it, you know. My son said he was following someone the other day, and he just threw the cup and the straw and all out the window. Sooner or later, that car gonna get gas. At the gas station, there's a trash can. That's what I mean by toxic, man. And you and I have to live in it because there's more people throwing paper down than it is more people picking paper up.
And the flip side of the toxic is little bitty pieces of paper create poverty.
They say that litter is a sign of mental retardation. So sadly as it is, we can really get deep into it that when you throw down paper, it's a sign of the community as a whole being mentally retarded. The second thing you should focus on. You walk down the street with brand new Nikes on. You know how we love Nikes, right? Oh boy, don't let it be some Air Jordans. I'll stand in line all night long. I walk down the street with brand new Jordans on down a dirty street.
And you step over what?
If you don't see that's mentally retarded, then you toxic as well. There you go.
But you're also blind. By being toxic, you're blind. You can't see the
poisonous.
paper.
There was another definition of toxic, poisonous. So
right.
Yes, you would be poisoned, blind.
You can't see the paper. You
can't
step
hear,
over the paper.
You can't taste. You can't feel. So you're very insensitive to other people. You cut in front of them. You impatient, blowing your horn. You can't, You know how we drive in Atlanta? It's not with any love. It's with toxicity.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
I enjoyed this. It was great. We got to do this again. Right now, we are running out of time.
We are.
Yes, we are.
Oh
Well,
man,
we
we
can
need
probably
like
extend
4 or 5 hours.
we can talk to Brother Wade. Brother Wade, you think we can go a little bit over? Or are we okay?
No, we'll respect the time.
Okay. All right.
Brother
well-
Wade leaning back. No.
Well, I figured y'all would want to kind of close it in some kind
Yeah.
of.
So
That top-
we will do this. We're gonna pick up again because this is great, and it's a lot can come out of this. Because we was taught that, we in the community we are blind to paper. We step right over, it, don't see it, won't reach down and pick it up.
That's correct.
And the paper is poverty because it takes little grains of sand to create a desert. It takes little drops of water to create an ocean, and it takes little pieces of paper to create poverty. But we're blind, we can't see it, so we don't reach down and pick it up. I remember Dr. Lawyer and I was we was taking a break. We was working one day, and we was talking about our sons, our boys, and we was talking about how we be just standing talking and eating ice cream, and one of them would take the paper and ball it up and throw it on the ground. But instead of us saying, "Hey, pick that up," we just finish with ours and ball it up and throw it on the ground, and then we look at it and look at him and say, "Oh, I'm stupid. I'm ignorant. Let me pick this paper up and pick that paper up too and throw it in the trash." But not being negative toward them, just showing them, letting them see and letting them hear.
Leading by example.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we're going to wrap this up, and I enjoyed you guys tonight, and we're going to pick this up next time. We're going to hold this thought. So again, this is the Repair of the Breach podcast, and I enjoyed this conversation. I enjoyed you making it here, and again, we're going to pray for our family in the world and hope that everybody make it through this. It's a different time in life, and it's changing a lot of things, and we're going to wish and pray for the better. Right now, we're getting ready to sign off, and to the listening audience, thank you. I really enjoyed you. I really enjoyed you, Dr. Loya.
Hey, thank you very much.
Now, Darfur, I really enjoyed you, man.
Thank you.
Finally making it here. I'm glad you helped it, man, and I'm just glad to see you, man.
You as well, brother.
All right. We're going to sign off right here.
Find out more about our broadcast, Repair of the Breach, on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. Thank you for tuning in.